Hey everyone, how's it going? Good to see you. I noticed that it's been a long time since I've uploaded any type of collection video, and considering that we are at the 2-year mark from the last time I showed my PS4 collection, I felt what better time than any. We're closing off 2017, so you guys might as well see how crazy things have been for PlayStation 4, at least in my case anyway. So one thing that I always stress when I do these collection updates, since I get so many questions, how are you able to afford all these video games? All these video games cost $60 on release. Are you just going out there and buying every game under the sun? The answer to that is a big fat no. I don't know who in their right mind still pays full price for video games nowadays with so many services out there. I'll probably do a full video on how I'm able to get so many games for cheap, but just to let you know, every game that I've purchased here, I've gotten on discount in some way, shape, or form, or as part of like a buy one, get one free. In some cases, buy one, get two free. It's crazy how those things work. Now, for the sake of sounding less redundant than I already am, I'm not really going to be talking about the games that I showed off in my last collection video, since I figure most of y'all have already seen that, or you've heard things about these really old games, so why do you need me to spend more time on it? So we're just going to do a quick rapid fire of like all the games that I got, pretty much in the order that they released, and once we get to the newer titles, post 2015, that's where we'll really dive into it. So the first game I got on the system, infamous Second Son, Killzone Shadowfall, Watch Dogs, this game sucks. Just had to throw it in there. The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Wolfenstein: The New Order. Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor. The Evil Within, and as you can see, these are all titles that came out in 2014 that have all gotten sequels, so yeah, power to the single-player games. Unfortunately, a lot of these single-player games are coming bundled with microtransactions, but regardless of that, Alien Isolation, still haven't opened this one up, but I mean, I only paid $20 for it when it came out, so I was just like, yeah, I'll get to it eventually. 3 years later, I still haven't. Diablo 3, Reaper of Souls. Far Cry 4, Limited Edition, again, a game that I got, buy two, get one free. And I still haven't opened it. I want to check it out because I heard Far Cry 4 is pretty good. Grand Theft Auto 5. I think everyone and their dog's dog has GTA 5. I'm sure they have multiple copies of GTA 5 because for some reason this game is still selling. It's still on the charts every single month. It's a freaking phenomenon, man. Maybe this might be the first game to break like over 100 million units sold. One thing that does suck, however, I don't know why this happened, but for whatever reason, my copy stopped working. I thought there were like scratches on the disc that prohibit it, but the disc itself is clean, man. So I don't know, man. I haven't gotten a chance to play GTA 5 in a few months. I've been so tempted to go out there and buy another copy since it's like $30, but man, I don't want to have to do that. Might as well knock this one out of the park real quick. We have Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn in addition to the first expansion pack, Heaven's Word. Y'all know me, I love my Final Fantasy XIV. I don't play it as much as I used to. I only really go on it maybe like once a month, once every couple of weeks. It just depends on the timing of things and my schedule. But Final Fantasy XIV is a very, very good MMO, and I recommend y'all check it out. So that's the first stack. Let's move into the second one right here. Let's lift this up. We have Dragon Ball Xenoverse, Batman Arkham Knight, Call of Duty Black Ops 3, one of my favorite Call of Duties, simply due to the fact that zombies, like, this is the most complete zombies experience because they kept updating this even after the newer Call of Duties release. Like, you have all the World at War zombie maps, you have the Black Ops zombie maps, and you have the ones from Black Ops, some from Black Ops 2, and of course Black Ops 3. So it's like, the amount of hours I put into this game is friggin' insane. One of the more disappointing Tales titles in recent memory, Tales of Zestiria. Still haven't finished that. It is just no. Disgaea 5, this is the Day 1 edition, as you guys see, which comes with the art book, soundtrack, and reversible cover. Yeah, what's really funny is I just bought this game again on the Switch because it has all the DLC, yet I didn't open the PS4 version. Like, I paid almost full price for both these versions, and I still haven't played either. But it doesn't matter because I will always rep Disgaea. I'll get to it eventually, but y'all know me. I go hard for Disgaea even though I haven't opened this one yet. There's just too many games to play, man. Shadow Warrior. I actually got this game for, I think, like $7. It was on sale at Best Buy, and I heard a lot of good things about it, so I decided, hey, why not? As you can see, I haven't opened it yet. A game from 2014, Metro Redux. Haven't opened this mainly due to the fact that I played the Metro games on PC. So this right here, I just got it because it was like under $20, and it had all the DLC, so eventually I'll get to it. And as you can see from that collection video 2 years ago, the disc is still out of the case, and I haven't opened it up yet to fix it. Tearaway Unfolded, again, a game I got for like $10. It's a Media Molecule game, so at the very least it's going to be really quirky. Haven't checked it out yet. Gravity Rush Remastered. Played this on the Vita. I thought I would play it day one on the PS4, but I was like, no. I got it because it was dirt cheap, and funny enough, Gravity Rush Remastered is actually out of print, so anyone who has the copy right now, this is somewhat rare. I don't know how rare, but again, it's a game that's out of the little spindle, and it will never, ever be opened. Okay. We got one of my favorite games in recent memory for this franchise, and that is Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Bro, after the disaster that was Unity, I thought the Assassin's Creed franchise was done, but this game restored my faith in the series. Being able to play as two different characters, it was just freaking awesome. This is one of the most underrated Assassin's Creed games. I personally think it's one of the best since the Ezio trilogy. In some cases, I like it more than the Ezio trilogy. Dragon Quest Heroes, The World's Woe, and The Blight Below. I'm sorry, The World Tree's Woe and The Blight Below. What a title. Yeah, y'all know me, I'm not a big fan of the Muso games, but I saw this under $20. I like Dragon Quest, so yeah, it's still a Muso game at its heart and soul, but it's got some differences here, so it's like, cool, right? Not really, it didn't hold my attention much. A game that did hold my attention much for 100 plus hours, Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. Yo, this game right here took me by surprise. I freaking love the crap out of it, and I cannot wait for the sequel. It's coming out early next year. That's just about to be a day one. Another game in a tried and true franchise, and this release is no different. We have the Ratchet & Clank remake / reimagining. Basically, this is the best starter entry for a Ratchet & Clank newbie. If you've never played the series, pick up the first game on PS4. It is, in my opinion, the best game for anybody to play. Pick up and play. It's so easy. It's got all the best things that made the newer Ratchet & Clank games great, while still like spicing up the original game, because it's kind of hard to go back to some of the older Ratchet & Clank titles. So this thing right here is just phenomenal. And the fact that it literally is a living, breathing Pixar movie come to life, you cannot go wrong with Ratchet & Clank. Okay, so that is the second stack of games. All right, third stack, here we go, and it's already fell down. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We got One Piece Pirate Warriors 3. Again, like Dragon Quest, I thought that I would like this game because it was a Muso title. I saw it for $14, and don't get me wrong, it's fun if you like the One Piece aesthetic, but Muso games just can't hold me. I get tired of playing them after a few hours. That's just me. Rise of the Tomb Raider. This is the 20-year celebration. I believe this is pretty much how all versions came on PS4, unless it's just day one, but it's got a really nice aesthetic to it. It's actually a digibook, which I cannot open. Well, yeah, it's a slipcover, but I don't really feel like opening it. As it stands, I like the rebooted Tomb Raider series. I think they're cool for playthroughs. This one right here doesn't hook me as much as the first game in terms of story, but I think that as a game, this one is probably better. They just announced a third one, so fingers crossed they're able to blend everything together. Oh man, one of my favorite games of the year right here. We got Yakuza 0. Y'all know me, I live and breathe Yakuza games. Whatever title they release, I will be there to support it day one. Unless it's something crappy like Yakuza Dead Souls. Still haven't bought it to this day. But this right here is one of the best games in the series. The storytelling in this game is unfreaking matched. Like, this gives so many games out there a run for their money. The presentation is fantastic. Of course, the combat is Yakuza, so it's great. And I saw a lot of people get into the series by picking up Yakuza 0 since it is a prequel. So yeah, if you have a chance, just get Yakuza 0. I know most people will say, oh, play the other games in the series, then go back, you'll get a better appreciation of it. But man, if you just want to dive in and you see this for cheap, go for it. I don't care. You'll fill in the blanks later. Now on to one of the more disappointing games from last year. I'm not going to say much on this. I've already talked about this abomination much. Way too much. Final Fantasy 15. Fuck that game. Dead Rising. This is funny because I didn't even know that I bought the game until it arrived at my doorstep. I pre-ordered this because I saw that when they unveiled it, it was only $20, and you know, with the discounts, you get it for like 15. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna catch this deal, man. I love Dead Rising. And next thing I know, I had a freaking notification that, oh, your credit card has been debited $15. I was like, who the hell did that? I was like, what? And then it turns out that, yeah, I picked this game up. So yeah, it's the original Dead Rising remastered. It definitely shows its age for the most part. But if you love the Dead Rising games, pick this one up. World of Final Fantasy. I got this, Tomb Raider, and another game, which you're going to see right now as part of a buy two, get one free sale. This is the closest Final Fantasy game we've had on consoles in a while. I know looking at the aesthetic of it, it seems kind of cheesy because they're all chibi characters, but don't be fooled by it. It is a tried and true Final Fantasy game. It's got its own unique twist on it with the monster stacking and everything. And it's fun, man. It doesn't take itself seriously. It's got some weight to it. Yeah, if you can pick it up on PS4, Vita, or PC, go for it. And the last game I got in that sale is, of course, The Last Guardian. As you can see, it is still sealed, man. I don't know when I'm going to get to this because I've heard some conflicting things. I've heard it's a great game. I've heard it's a game that really shows its age because it's been in development so long. I mean, it's so weird because I love Team Ico. I love the games that they put out, but this one right here just has me worried. So, we'll see, man. I'll probably play the remake of Shadow of Colossus coming out before I touch The Last Guardian. That's pretty sad. This game right here is part of a tradition that me and my homie Tundex, we have whenever I go down to Texas. And we end up buying a HD remaster of a game that we've already purchased before. We did it a few years ago for The Last of Us Remastered, and we did it again last year for Final Fantasy X 10-2. Now, I already own the game on PS3. I own the remaster, and it's great. But the PS4 version, I saw this at Walmart for like $14. I was just like, yo, I need this, man. They've got some upgrades to the PS4 version. And yeah, it's, like I said, Final Fantasy X. It's a great game. Not my favorite game, but it's solid. It's quality. And it's another game that is out of the spindle. What are we at, like 3+ games now? And then 10-2, you know... 10-2 gets a lot of hate. I understand why people don't like it. I personally don't like it. But it's just one of those games that, yeah, I'll play it if I'm bored. I'll waste like 100 hours. Probably should play it on other games. Now on to another HD remaster. A game that, it's so weird. This is a game that I love to hate, but I still can't stop playing it. And that is Resident Evil 7. This is essentially a gold edition. It's got all the DLC together. And it's packaged for like $20. Yeah. I loved playing this when it was on 360, played it again on PS3, and bought it on PS4. I know a lot of people opted to go for Resident Evil 4, but Resident Evil 5 for me, just the co-op element, being able to play it with people is so much fun. And this right here, while it's not scary by any stretch of the imagination, the co-op is what really kept me coming back for more. It was just really quality. Let's see. What do we have here? We have Fallout 4. Honestly, this is one of the more disappointing Bethesda titles, and it honestly shouldn't have been considering there was so much hype behind it. You know, they just stealth announced that it was coming out that same year. And I'm sure that this game is fun for a lot of people when you sink a lot of the time, but it just did not hook me the same way Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas did. So as it stands, it just remains a game that I put like 10+ hours, but really couldn't stay hooked onto it. Now, a game that I've probably invested, way too much time because it is my personal favorite game this generation. It's one of my favorite games of all time. I am, of course, talking about from CD Projekt God's The Witcher 3 Complete Edition. I played this game to death on PC, and I had to buy it again on PS4 because it had all the DLC. Why did I buy it on PS4 when I could have bought the DLC on PC? Because I wanted to support CD Projekt Red so much, and if it meant buying the game on consoles, I would do that. Yeah, my love for The Witcher is just unending. I love this game so much. There's so much to do. There's a reason why I say this is the best RPG of the freaking generation. I don't care what other people say, like, oh, Zelda Breath of the Wild. No, Zelda Breath of the Wild got its tips and inspiration from The Witcher 3. Do not ever put those games on the same level. Seriously, I will fight y'all from Zelda and its empty-ass open world type shit. Make your own adventure. Fuck out of here. It's a good game, but, yo, that hype, it's not worth it. Witcher 3, worth it for days, man. A game that I think we could all collectively agree was awesome, but it was just shafted by its publisher. We got Titanfall 2. This is the deluxe edition. To give you guys some perspective on how bad this game flopped, I got this game for like $15, not even 3 months after it came out. 3 months getting a brand new game for $15? That's just insane. Like, EA seriously sent this game out to die. Who in their right mind would release this between Battlefield and Call of Duty? They should have delayed Titanfall 2 until the spring. I think that's where it would have thrived, like the original game, but they decided to rush it out there in the fall, and they just killed all longevity. Which is a shame, because the game is awesome, man. The campaign is pretty good. The multiplayer is fun when you can find people playing it. And if you just want a good, decent shooter, check out Titanfall 2, man. We are getting a third game, which was surprising because I thought this franchise was dead. So there's something to look forward to. All right, third stack over and done with. Okay, we've got one more stack right here. Well, a stack and a half. Those are different games, but yeah, let's just get to it. I'm actually making pretty good time with this video. I thought it would be longer than it is. Let's see if I can beat my old record. A game that came out earlier this year that I was excited for, but looking at what it was, I probably should have skipped out on this. Digimon World Next Order. I guess I got too caught up in the hype of Cyber Sleuth that, you know, I wanted to go out there and support new Digimon games, because if I wanted whatever sequel Digimon game to come out, I'd have to support these games. And while this game, okay, it's like playing the original Digimon World game. So if you were a big fan of those games and how there's literally no end to them, and when you play them, you got to really play it every day so you can, I guess, be in touch with your Digimon. It was just not for me. I don't know what I was expecting. I think you'll find enjoyment in it if you like the original Digimon World games, but as it stands for me, it's just not for me. And we're going to take a quick commercial break so I can take a swig of water from my PlayStation branded thermos. Yo, this thing is actually pretty awesome. I got it from PlayStation Experience. It came free in the welcome kit. And this thing freaking keeps your drinks hot. It keeps them cold. It's got this nice little latch so you don't have to worry about, you know, the thing spilling over. It's just freaking dope, man. Really high quality stuff. Why am I doing a review on a damn thermos? Okay. On to one of the bigger games for 2017, one of the top Japanese games from 2017. 2017 has just been great for Japanese games. We have the one and only Tales of Berseria, a much needed step up from the disaster that was Zestiria. In every way, shape, and form, this is a Tales game. And if you want to get into the Tales series, this is one of the best titles to pick up. I'm still surprised they're releasing on PS3, but I think this is the last game they're going to put out for it. But yeah, it's great, man. I love the combat in it. I love the 60 frames per second. And it's just what the Tales franchise needed after Zestiria. That game, seriously, why does that even exist? And it was a freaking anniversary title at that. Why would you do that, Bamco? Why? I don't know. Why do I have so many Muso games in my collection for a guy who hates the genre? This game I got as part of a buy one, get one 40% off. I picked up Horizon, which is not here. My boy is actually borrowing at the moment. Picked up Horizon, and I saw you can get one, like, select games for 40% off. None of the games really interested me outside of this. You know, I was thinking at the very least, it's Berserk. I know I'm going to have some fun with it. I stacked together all the coupons, and this game was basically like $10 when it just came out. Yeah. It's a Muso game, so I don't know, man. Why do I do this to myself? All right, the BioShock collection. This comes with the first three BioShock games, the only three BioShock games. Got the entire trilogy with the DLC. If y'all have not lived and breathed the BioShock series, what are you doing? Go check out this franchise. Play the games. They're running at the best they've ever been. And yeah, you're going to have fun with this entire series. The thing about BioShock is, even though no game will live up to the first one, I find enjoyment in every single game of the franchise. Like BioShock 2, I personally think is the better game in terms of gameplay. And BioShock Infinite, I thought, was really interesting for some of the mechanics they put in. But as it stands, for me, it goes BioShock being my favorite, followed by BioShock 2, and then BioShock Infinite. So it's like it got worse as the game series progressed. Yeah. Now on to another HD collection. This is the second. No, it's not the second time. This is the third time that I've bought these games now, and fuck it, I don't regret it at all because this franchise is awesome. And playing it at 60 frames, there we go, baby. We got the Kingdom Hearts 1.5, 2.5 collection. Got this for $20 on release, but I would have paid so much as $40 because look at it. You get Kingdom Hearts 1 Final Mix, Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories, Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Final Mix, and then you get the cutscene theaters for $350 by 2 days, and unfortunately recoded. It's still a thing. Wow. But yeah, playing this 60 frames per second. I heard it still does have some kinks in it that they haven't patched yet, but as it stands, if you've never played the Kingdom Hearts games, pick this up. But you probably already played the Kingdom Hearts games and picked this up because you can't pass it up. If they release on Nintendo Switch, I'll buy it again. Why? Because I'm freaking stupid like that. Alrighty, let's see what we got here. One of the surprise hits for 2017, one of the best games in the running for Game of the Year, Nier Automata, Day 1 Edition. Picked this up on a whim. It was a game I was looking forward to, but I was like, I'm gonna let it wait. Got it for $35. Do not regret it. This right here, y'all need some Nier in your life. The story, breathtaking. The gameplay, out of this world. It's Platinum Games. They're finally back on track after the fuckery that they've been releasing. Definitely check out Nier Automata. And of course, I had to rep my two favorite women in the franchise. Well, Elena's not here, so I guess Nadine will have to do. We have Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. I remember this started off as a DLC expansion, and they were just like, yeah, it's big enough to be its own game. Got it on release. Do not regret it. I love the aesthetics. I love Chloe. And yeah, it's Uncharted, so the more of that, the better. Now, this thing right here needs no introduction. Doom on PS4. Funny enough, I actually picked this up, I think, a week before they announced the Nintendo Switch version. And a lot of people I know, my Switch fam, they've been wondering why I didn't get it on Switch. This was $14. The Switch version was $60. This is 60 frames per second at higher graphical fidelity. The Switch version is like, let's not talk about it. So, yeah. If you haven't played Doom, what are you doing at this point? It's dirt cheap. This one right here, I actually got for free when I attended PlayStation Experience. The cool thing I love about PSX is that the people that are there are handing out free games left and right. I wasn't making a point to seek out said individuals, but this guy came up to me, he saw me, and he was like, hey, here, have a free game. And that is Valhalla Knights Definitive Edition. It comes with all the DLC and stuff. I have no idea about what this game is whatsoever. Someone comment down below what kind of game this is. I seriously don't know, but I got it for free. And on to my most recent acquisition. This game right here, bruh. Need I say more? Okami HD. I live and breathe. Like a lot of games here, I live and breathe because I love them so much. Okami is a game that y'all need to play just based off how beautiful it is, the musical score, and just how fun and unique and interesting the title is. So you can't go wrong with this. And it's like less than $20. So come on, man. Okay, that's stack number 4. We're on to the final stack. Here we go. Home stretch, ladies and gentlemen. We got 2 copies of Valkyria Chronicles Remastered. Yes, like Dead Rising, I actually forgot that I pre-ordered this on Amazon, and I was going to cancel it because Best Buy, you know, they put it up for pre-order as well, but I didn't, so I have 2 copies here. Maybe I should do a giveaway for this. Comment down below if you've actually watched this entire video. Should I do a giveaway for Valkyria Chronicles Remastered? As you can see, it's still in the packaging, nothing damaged whatsoever, great quality, good condition. Let me know about that. But yeah, Valkyria Chronicles Remastered Steelbook sets, man. Oh, these are all Steelbooks, by the way. Just letting y'all know. We've got Uncharted 4. I mean, what else needs to be said? It's the end of Nathan Drake's journey. I had a freaking blast with this franchise. I love it so much. This is my second favorite Uncharted. It's not my favorite. I will always go to Uncharted 2, but this is like a seriously close second in terms of story. And in terms of gameplay and such, I think Uncharted 4 is top-notch. You can't really match it. So, yeah. The finale just had me a quivering mess. The Order 1886, y'all already saw this in the last one. In addition to Final Fantasy Type 0 HD. This is a nice looking steelbook, but you really can't tell what it's about unless you look at the spine. My last 2 steelbooks here for games that came out in 2017. We got South Park, The Fractured But Whole. This is the gold edition. It comes with the season pass and some bonus content. Yeah, y'all know me. I love South Park. And this thing right here, like even day 1 with the discount and the coupons, you know, I was able to snag this for like, I think $70. That's not a bad deal at all. And like I said, it's a gold steelbook. So that right there, just, you know me and my addiction. And the final game in the set, I didn't even know that this was going to get a steelbook, but it did. We have Yakuza Kiwami. This is a remake of the very first Yakuza game. This steelbook, unfortunately, was damaged. Best Buy, what the hell are y'all doing? I could have gone back and gotten another one, but I was just too lazy. I wanted to play Yakuza. And yeah, it's a quality game, man. This was a budget release, which I love that we're seeing more of. I love that we're seeing budget releases of like HD remakes and in some cases new games like Ratchet and Clank. We need to see more of them. So yeah, guys, that was the entirety of my PlayStation 4 collection. Actually, no, it wasn't. I have another game right here. This is the last of the last. Actually, no. Where the hell? I'm missing something else. Where is it? I don't know where the steelbook is. Hold on. I don't know where it is, but as you can see, I got it back here. Persona 5, the Take Your Heart edition, the really awesome and large Take Your Heart edition, came with a steelbook, which I cannot find. It's somewhere around here. I'll get to it eventually. Did I gloss over it? This is all kinds of disrespect for Persona, and I feel so ashamed. The last game I got here is Dying Light. I picked this game up to play with one of my boys. I got it. This is like the first game I got used from Best Buy. I don't really buy used games from Best Buy, but I got this for like $10, and it's cool. You know, it's a better version, a working version of Dead Island, so that's great. This game almost made me sick though because of the motion blur and the low frame rate. So I'll probably have to revisit this game on PC at some point. But yeah. Let me double check that I don't have any more PlayStation 4 games to show off. You know, that's just PS3 titles. And aha! Found them! So yes, first and foremost, Persona 5. Y'all need this game in your life. Like yesterday and the day before that. Persona 5 is awesome. It's my favorite game of the year. Yeah. $20. And the last steelbook. Need I say more? Can we get a sequel to this, please? Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up my entire PlayStation 4 collection video. Whew! So many freaking games here. So many games that I gotta complete. Comment down below and let me know some of your favorite games on PS4, games that you recommend I pick up. I've been really good with not picking up so many PS4 games. Even though this is a lot, I avoided all of the Black Friday sales like no tomorrow because I knew I wouldn't get to those games until next year. And if I'm not going to get into them until next year, why don't I just wait to play them next year for the same price, even less that I would have gotten them now, just to sit on the shelf. My digital games here are not included. I have a pretty healthy digital library, but what sense is there to do a video on your digital games? You know what I'm saying? It's just not the same. Anyways, from me for now, my name is NGS signing out. Like always, I will catch you guys later. Peace.